Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into this week's episode. I'm just going to explain a little bit about my near-death experience from last night. My fiance and I had quite the scare, and I just wanted to pop on here and let you know about it.
We have to become brave enough to challenge ourselves. We have to become bold when sharing our special story. We all have something special inside. Are we willing and able to make the stand and say, yes, this is the life that's worth fighting for?
And before we get started, I really would like you to just go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel. That'll keep you posted on all my new videos. And come on guys, I'm telling you, near-death experiences, there's a lot of awesome content on this channel. So please subscribe, go ahead, support me, and I would love to keep sharing my content to anyone out there that's willing to listen. So, thanks again for tuning in, and here's what happened. So my fiance and I are making our way towards our a graduation party for Jamie's cousin's graduation party, and we're driving over across the city of Pittsburgh, making our way, and we're noticing that a storm's rolling in, typical thunderstorm life, and nothing out of the unusual. And we're crossing over town, we're going into the city, and I just noticed the sky getting extremely dark, and I had made the comment to Jamie, and I said, wow, the dark sky over the green park really kind of looks like almost like Jurassic Park. It looks really ominous. And little did we know that our night was going to get very interesting after that. We made it up into the local neighborhood of where we were going, and that's when the rain started to really kick in. Jamie's mom had actually just called us and said, hey, be careful, there's a big storm coming in, the roads might get bad, but we were already a couple blocks away from where we were going, so we didn't really think of it, and we were just kind of like, oh, well, we're really close, but thanks for giving us a call, we'll see you over there. And so the rain and the wind started picking up, the rain's coming down, and it's getting heavier and heavier, and we are just kind of slowing down, navigating our way into where we're going. And as soon as we pulled up and parked the car, it started to hail really badly. And the hail's coming down, it's growing in size, it started as little pebbles, and then it started getting bigger, and now there's this like thunderous sound inside the car, and we're noticing it hit the windshields really hard, and the wind's picking up, and we are just frozen because we didn't know what to do. We didn't know if we should get out of the car because we thought that maybe the hail was going to come down and hit us pretty hard, and so we stayed in the car. And this is when things became just like, I felt like I was in a movie. Branches started to come down, little branches would hit the windshield and come down, and then out of the corner of my eye, I just saw this huge wall of mass coming down, and it was just so fast. And this massive oak tree fell and landed right behind us onto the back corner of the car. And you can see by these pictures that I'll post here how close it was to where we were. The sound was unbelievable. It was just like this deafening, like quick blast of noise that just totally threw us for a loop. Jamie's really upset in the car, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, and I jerked really hard to move. I just like instinctually moved away from that side of the car, and my neck and my back was really jammed up. I felt like I gave myself really bad whiplash, or just made such a jerky motion. So there we are, we turn around, and now the back side of the car is smashed open, there's hail and rain coming in, and I can't open my door because the tree's laying through it, and we're just kind of locked into this car, and it was just unbelievable. The other trees now that are still standing are just moving, and I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, if one more of these trees come down, we won't be so lucky, but I'm trying to keep a good sense of myself and calming Jamie down, and we're holding each other, and I'm just telling her everything's going to be okay, that we're going to be able to make a run for it. We just got to wait for a moment for the storm to calm down a little bit, and then we'll make a run for it. Jamie calls her aunt, their family's inside. Their house actually got hit by a tree too, and the front corner of their house was just smashed by another big oak tree, and they, like the chimney came down and their roof was exposed, water was coming into their house, so they're all in a panic. And mind you, this was for a graduation party, so this was just an unbelievable experience. Everything was just happening so fast, and it was this was all on this cul-de-sac, because these thunderstorms, these like microbursts happen in such a weird way where like you look at the damage and it's like we were just happened to be on the one little cul-de-sac that took the brunt of all this force, and around it wasn't as bad. And I just remember right before we decided to make a run for the house, because we just knew we had to get out of this car. It was too much. It was too intense. Like the roof of the car was bent down a little bit more, and it was just feeling really claustrophobic, and the sound of the rain and the hail coming in, it just caused all this tension, and we just knew that we had to make a break for it. So we're gathering up, and I had to climb out to the back of the car, and I opened up the back door of the SUV and was able to go out one side. We decided that we would both leave the car at the exact same time and just make a run for it. And as we're running, that's when we noticed that there were just so many other trees down around us. And I also, right before we left, I remembered looking over and I saw the neighbors standing in their doorway with a flashlight, like flashing into us, and you could see them like talking to each other, saying like, there's people in that car, oh my god, there's people in that car. And I just was like, I really did feel like I was on some kind of insane movie set. But we make it a break for it, and we're running. There was just water everywhere, and it was so intense. And we got into the house, and I know I was just, like I said, like my body was just like on like ready to go mode. My adrenaline was pumping. We got inside, and the powers were out, and it was just so unbelievable to step in this house. And right there on the kitchen table is like this buffet set up with, like this food, like chips and salsa. There was like a wine bottle and like the little wine glasses out to celebrate, and this cake to celebrate congratulations for graduating. And like it just hit like, wow. That's when it just was just so surreal. And the storm quickly passed, and coming back outside, everyone, the neighbors would come out, and they were all wondering if everyone was okay. And just for that to have happened yesterday and like last evening was just so wild. And to, you don't want to think about what would have happened if, a couple feet this way, a couple feet that way, earlier, later. That's just so intense to think about. And, really, I just want to share with, my experience and come on to this channel and just let you know, like, I definitely had some intense dreams last night. I still feel a little bit shaken up on the inside, but now we're kind of sifting through like the rental, the insurance situations, and all the bureaucracy and the knickknacks and like the paperwork of the whole incident. And actually, I'm going to go to the doctors today, because even I woke up still, and my upper back and my neck are just really intense. Not like a super severe pain, but there's just a lot of just stress, and there's like a kind of a sharpness whenever I go to turn too much. But I did want to pop on and do these videos. These videos really mean a lot to me, and I feel like the whole channel, Embracing Your Uniqueness, is about sharing. So I appreciate you tuning in, and I appreciate you for listening to this story. I wish I could just give you a sense of the intensity of when you feel that kind of that trapped feeling inside of a car, or anything, but just having that feeling of just like not knowing what the next best move is, and you're just purely running on this instincts of like, I want to make the right decision, so we're just going to commit to a decision and just know that, you know, you try to stay calm in these situations and you try to be there. You know, I just wanted to be there for Jamie to let her know, like, we're going to get through it. I'm okay. You're okay. Like, let's just one step at a time. Simple. Let's simply just break down what's happening in the moment. Even though it feels like 1,000 things are happening at one time, you can just slow time down a little bit and just navigate. And we just made the right moves at the right time, and that is why I'm able to make this video for you and to think back at certain moments. And it's really wild. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning into this week's channel. I am really grateful for the opportunity to be able to be in such a good condition to share my story. If you have had any close encounters, any close calls, please leave a comment in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Share some of your stories. This was definitely one for the books. And I just am so happy that you know, Jamie's family's okay, the people on the street are okay, that the house will be repaired, the car will be replaced, everything will move forward, and everything can be changed. But, you know, what a reminder that we are just guests on this beautiful, powerful planet Earth, and we need to protect this Earth and make sure that we are being responsible tenants on this planet, because this landlord can really shake it up. Thanks again. I hope you have a great day.